Doug Plagens here alongside three members of the Cleveland Gladiators. From the defensive backfield, Dominic Jones. From the offensive line, Kitt O'Brien. Fullback, offensive lineman Chad Scholfield, here to talk about what lies ahead. There's a football season coming quickly, but before we get to this season, which obviously comes with a lot of hype, a lot of anticipation, I know you guys can't wait to get out there. Big season last year, and I know you guys have had a few months to reflect on it, but just going back off of what you guys accomplished last season, first team to win 17 games in a regular season, winning the conference, trip to the Arena Bowl, and the way you guys did it all the way through, starting with you, DJ. When you look back at last year, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Epic. You know, it was real epic. It was life-changing for me just because I had never been a part of something like that. I've been playing football since I was 5 years old, so to be a part of a team that was so close-knit, that had the moments that we had, like I said, it really was historical. I've never seen anything like it. Watching NFL games, AFL games, nothing, so it was epic for me. And
then looking at you two, Kitt, Chad, I know fans coming to the games always seem to see you two with smiles on your faces, guys having fun, and I think when you look at just how that team conducted itself week in, week out, you can tell you guys are not only taking care of business on the field, but you guys were having a great time. And Chad, I mean, you guys kept things loose all season, but you knew when to turn it on game day.
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome season last year. I mean, I think that's what the fan involvement with how many fans we had down here, with all the yes chanting going on down here. I mean, it was. I thought all three of us thought. I mean, when you're having fun on the field, the people in the stands are having fun, and we thought we created just a great environment.
Favorite moments? Anything that sticks out for you, Kitt?
Well, I mean, you were talking about how like the season's approaching real quick, and you want to talk about last season. Well, the defining moment for me last season was the first day of camp. We all came in, we knew each other, you know. I hadn't met half of them, I played against over half of them. Didn't know them from Adam, but, you know, we all clicked and we became friends within that first week. And that's what I attribute all of our success to, you know. We had each other's back on and off the field. We sang karaoke and then we put up 70 points, you know what I mean? So, I mean, we had a good time. And that's about to come up next Wednesday, and you know, we're going to figure out real quick if we're going to be a good, solid team this year, and whether or not we're going to have that same camaraderie. So,
and keeping it on you from there, you mentioned the first day camp coming up quickly. You're going to have some new guys coming in. There are some key returners, obviously, yourselves, 3 of those, but some new guys going to be coming in, guys fighting for spots, things like that. But how do you build that chemistry right from the get-go?
You know, it's funny. First 2 people I was nervous to meet last year were Luke Black and Brian Burkowski. And the main reason was because I fought with both of them in the games that we played them the year before. Like, almost came to blows with Luke against Utah, and I actually did come to blows with Brick. I saw him, and I introduced myself. He goes, "I know who you are," and then like we hit it off. We were talking about everything within 5 minutes, and then we went out and had dinner that night together, and you know, we just knew. Like, hey, you know, I want to play for this guy. I want to play with this guy. So, I mean, we figured that out really quick. And I'm hoping that we can do the same with the guys that we're bringing in.
And going into this season, back to you, DJ, obviously now you guys are going to be the ones with the bullseyes on you because you won the conference championship last season. You won 17 games. I'd imagine maybe gives you a little extra motivation going into this year, not only going off the success you had a season ago, but also knowing that everybody's going to want to bring in their A game against you guys this season.
I mean, absolutely. But I think from the players that were here last year, you know, we coming in with the mentality of unfinished business. You know, we feel like obviously the last game, you know, that wasn't a true indication of who we were as a team and who we've been all year. You know, but not only that too, as well. You know, you just think about, you know, the guys that we got coming in too. We want them to kind of feel that pain. We want them to feel, you know, the losses that we had last year, which was only 2, but you know, they're coming in being part of us. We got to tie them in, you know, real quick. You know, to get back to where we were. Obviously, build that camaraderie. I know you talked to Kitt about just having the new guys in as well. And honestly, I'm kind of more reserved in that aspect. You know what I mean? Because everybody can't make the team. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just not trying to get buddy with a lot of dudes and then have to go out and, you know, bang them up or whatnot. But you know, I mean, once that final roster is you know, determined, I think that we'll gel, we'll link, you know, we'll get back to where we were last year.
Chad, at what point does the old 1-0 mindset come back into play?
As soon as we check into the hotel on Wednesday at, I think, 7, 6,
7.
whenever it is on Wednesday, when everyone comes in from that very first team meeting, that's when the 1-0 stuff starts happening, and that's important for us. Last year was important to us. It's going to be important for us this year, especially this year, because we know everyone, like you said, is going to be gunning for us. But we like that. It's kind of, I feel like we have a big chip on our shoulder, and we want to get back to where we were last year and do more things.
And now just a couple more points off of that. Steve Tunn, Coach of the Year last season. Yeah. You've been here a couple of years, and you've seen how things really turned around and the momentum you guys gained last year. I mean, just talk about the job you did last season.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I think you look back at it in that first year when I was on the team, we had a whole bunch of rookies on the team. A lot of guys who didn't know how to play arena football. And with last year, with guys who were brought in and that core group of guys that we've had on this team for about 2-3 years, we all learned how to play the game, and I think that goes a long way, especially in arena, because it's a short training camp, and once the games get going, you have to win games. So just knowing how to play the game, knowing the different rules of arena, how passes are thrown. I know being a defensive back is probably one of the hardest jobs in arena football, just because
Second hardest.
Well, sorry, kids, second hardest. Just because it's all timing.
And Kitt, that learning curve in arena football. I mean, you're a guy who adjusted to arena football, as everybody in this league does, but you mentioned the offensive line being a tough position to learn. The way pass rushes happen is different. Fewer guys on the offensive line, short training camps. Yeah. What does go into learning that position?
You know, in the offensive line standpoint, like, you know, we talk about how fast everything happens in our game. You know, you see lots of points, but it's because, you know, defensive linemen don't have as much time, but also you get those good defensive linemen who've been in the league forever who know how to use those 4 or 5 seconds tops efficiently and get to the quarterback. And you know, it's honestly it's different than outdoor because everything's just, you know, wide and deep. In this game, it's quick and getting on them, and you know, it's a learning curve. I came in halfway through his first year and had to figure it out within 2 weeks because of injuries. And, you know, and you can see from my film the way it progresses that, you know, the longer that you stick with it, the more technique you learn, the better that you can adjust to this game.
And before we wrap things up on the Gladiators Roundtable, we've got a whole season. We've got training camp, and then, you know, we've got a full season to talk about the X's and O's and everything like that. I want to take things off the field for a minute. Take everybody behind the football players that you guys are. We're going to start with Chad. Off season, something fun you did.
Something fun I did. There's a whole bunch of fun this past off season. Oh gosh. I would have to say, you know, just hanging around with my teammates, going to events. I think we had a lot of events as a team to go to this past year. One fun thing was the Greater Cleveland Sports Awards. I mean, that was awesome. I know all 3 of us were there. Our man DJ gave an award out, you know, big time over here, so I thought that was pretty fun.
Kitt?
Fun, you know, I made a move to Cleveland, so I made it more permanent over here. I wasn't very fun, but my workouts with Chad, we always made it fun. We would dance, you know, we'd get after it in the weight room and everything, so. You know, just like you said, working out with teammates, coming into the office and seeing all the guys and everything, that was a blast. And, you know, the season never really stops. You know, he said the 1-0 mentality kicks back in on the 4th, but really, for the guys returning, it never stops. You're thinking about it with every rep. So, you know, that's fun for me.
DJ?
Mine definitely probably had to be, I had a hot dog eating contest for charity back in Columbus. So
how many?
I think I got about 11 down.
Did you win?
I lost, but you know, it was a good spirit though. So.
And will you ever eat another hot dog again after that?
It's going to probably be a couple months. Yeah, it'll be a little while.
Eating? Wow, I didn't know.
I didn't think you ate hot dogs.
Yeah.
Chill out.
So that was for charity.
Were they all beef?
Yeah, no pork.
Oh, okay,
No pork.
okay, there we go. There we go.
Folks, that was the Gladiators Roundtable. We invite you back every time we do one of these. Get to hear from the guys. We get to learn more about them as people as well. So, folks, thanks for tuning in today, and join us next time.